Merhaba. Today we're going to learn place names in Turkish and some suffixes to be added to the place names. We actually have two kinds of suffixes that we always use with the place names in Turkish. One of them is the suffix for stability. If you talk about someone or something that's somewhere, not moving, you use de or da as a suffix to be added to the place name. But if you talk about someone moving to somewhere, for example, if you talk about your daughter who is at school, school is okul. So you say, my daughter, kızım, at school, okulda. Because da and de are two suffixes only used when you talk about stability. But if you talk about your daughter who is going to school right now, you say, my daughter, kızım, is going to school. Okula gidiyor. So, if you talk about movement, then you need e or a as a suffix to be added to the place names. So, as you can see, we have two different suffixes and two types in each category. So, stability, de, da, movement, e, a. How can you decide which one to use, de or da, with the school? Okay, the best way is to looking at the vowel of the original word. Which vowel? The last vowel of the original word. So okul, as I can see, there is u here as a vowel. So it needs da because u and a are in the same category according to the vowel harmony. But if it's house that you talk about as a place name, the vowel in the original word ev is e. So I need the same category vowel. So if you say, my daughter is at home, my daughter is in the house, then you say, my daughter, kızım, is in the house, evde. But if you say, my daughter is going home, going to a house, so you say, my daughter, kızım, eve gidiyor, because now there is a movement. So as you can see, I said these suffixes for no movement. I said these suffixes for movement. Let's see some basic place names in Turkish. Okul, ev, sınıf, otel, yer, tavan, duvar. These are the basic place names that I think will help you in our daily life speaking. Let's see some sample sentences. Okay, A and B are talking. Annen nerede? Nerede is the question word, which is where in Turkish. But it has two functions. Where for the things that are stable, where for someone going somewhere. So if you ask where for stability, then you have to use de or da in the answer, added to the place name. So, annen nerede? Which is, where is your mom? The answer, at school, okulda. But if the question is asking where your mom is going, annen nereye gidiyor? Nereye? Can you see the difference between nerede and nereye? So it's asking where's your mom going? So the answer should be okula. You remember a or a needs to be used as a suffix to be added to the place name if you talk about movement. So another question. Annen nerede? Where's your mom? At home. Evde. So can you see de in the question word? And the same thing is in the answer. Annen nereye gidiyor? Where's your mom going? Nereye? Can you see e in the question word? So the same thing happens in the answer. Eve gidiyor. My mom is going home. There's a movement. Eve. So can I say evde here? No, because it's about movement. Another question about where the book is. Kitap nerede? Can you see de here? So you have to be alert with the question word while listening to the question. Nerede or nereye? If it's nerede, then your answer needs to be in the same category, like okulda, evde, hastanede, yerde, tavanda. But if the question is nereye, then you need to use the same thing in your answer, like eve, okula, masaya, kütüphaneye, hastaneye, a. So kitabı nereye koydun? Nereye? Where did you put the book? Masaya. I put it on the table. But here, I put it on the table. It doesn't mean that it is on the table. If I say the book is on the table, then I would say kitap masada. But in my sentence, while I say I put it on the table, there's a movement, taking the book and putting it on the table. So ben kitabı masaya koydum. So hopefully this rule will help you while talking about where things are or where you're putting things. Görüşürüz.